Greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this New Earth Family Sacred Call. It is an honor to have you with us. With all the changes and transformation going on in birthing our new Earth, it is now more important than ever that we come together, focused in our sacred hearts, envisioning peace, harmony, and abundance for all. This is Christina DeRoche, and we have Sara Landon here today, who will be bringing in the council with a very special message. Sara is a globally celebrated transformational leader, spiritual teacher, and channel of the council. The council is an energetic presence of expanded awareness and higher level consciousness. The intention of all gatherings and sessions is to provide life-changing evolutionary wisdom in an energetic environment that will guide you to remember who you are, why you are here, and what you intended when you chose this life experience. After today's message from the Council, I will be sharing more information about an amazing 3-part online webinar the Council is teaching. It is called The Path to Your Highest Ascension, the Wisdom and Teachings to Manifest the New Earth and Accelerate the Great Awakening of Yourself and Humanity. And now I would like to turn this over to the Council.
We are so pleased to have the opportunity to speak with you today on this fine day. To our dear friends, we have much to bring forth to you, and as we have told you before, you are everything you wish to be. You already are. And while our words are important, this is a vibrational experience. This is a vibrational opportunity for each and every one of you to remember the truth of who you are, which is a vibration, which is a power, which is an energy. It is an energy that you tune into. It is an energy that you allow yourself to reach for. The truth of who you are is so much more powerful than you know, and we come forth to remind you of your power. And we come forth today to clean up some things in your vibration, to clean up and to shed some light and help you to see some things differently in this time. We are going to talk to you today about this thing called karma in your life experience. We're going to talk to you about how you heal lineages and how you heal every aspect of you in every life that you are living. And that is where we would like to begin. This greater part of you, this grand part of you, you can call it your soul, you can call it your higher self, you can call it your being, you can call it your inner being or your higher being. It is the God force that is you. It is the part of you that is always one with all that is. And your soul, this higher part of you, it is not only focused just on you, the personality that you know as you. It is focused on much, much, much more, with a much greater, grander perspective than you could ever comprehend in your human brain. This part of you that you know as you, it is wonderful, and we love you all so very much. But you do not understand the limit from your perspective. You do not understand the limitation from your perspective. This personality that you know as you, with a name and a body and the story you've created about yourself. It is all very wonderful. But the grander part of you, your soul, is not only focused on the part of you that you know as you. It is focused on much, much more, with a much greater perspective, from the highest perspective. But here is what we tell you. When you focus your intentions, when you focus your vibration, when you reach for your highest vibration, when you focus on what you really, really want, when you focus intently, your soul is always there, present in the here and now with you. So many times you're running on autopilot. You're replaying your old stories. You're replaying the reruns. You're letting your brain run amok with your limited beliefs and your thoughts of limitation and lack and what might have been and what could have been and what might happen. And so think of this as a rerun playing on your television. It just plays over and over and over. But when there is a new episode of your favorite series, you tune in, do you not? You love the latest and greatest. You love the leading edge. You love the cutting edge. You like the here and now, and so does your soul. And so when you focus intently, when you raise your vibration, when you focus passionately on what it is that you really want, your soul comes forth, because that is the leading edge, that is the cutting edge, that is the now moment. And it is always present with you in those times. It is always present with you. So we say to you how powerful it is when you focus, and when you focus intently on what you really want, and when you rise above the muck of your life and you focus in this now moment. The power of the universe, which is you, always meets you there. And so there's nothing wrong with the reruns. There's nothing wrong with playing your old stories over and over, but they're not very powerful. They certainly have no power in this now moment except for the power that you give it. So it does not matter what your childhood was. It does not matter your stories about your life. It does not matter unless you want to keep living them. But if you want to create anew, if you want your next now moment to be different, whether it is your health or your finances or your relationships or your well-being or your vitality or your service to the world or your purpose, whatever it is that you want to powerfully focus on being different, you have to begin focusing intentionally in this now moment and creating now. Because that is where your power lies, and that is where your soul will meet you with the greatest power and energy and vibration to create anew. And so we say it again because it is so important. Your soul, the higher, grander part of you, is not only focused on you, the you that you know as you in a body, but when you powerfully focus in this now moment, your soul is there with you, here and now. And we tell you that there is no time and space, as we have said before. Everything is happening now. And so when you're living in the past and when you're living in the future, you could never be fully in your power, because there is no power in the past and there is no power in the future, except for that you're intentionally creating your next now moments based on what you are focused on now. What you're focused on now is creating your next now moments and your next now moments. And it is focusing and aligning and orchestrating the universe. As we have said, your affirmations are commanding the universe to align for your desires, to align to what it is that you want. And so understand that your power is in the now, that everything is here and now. But we tell you that there are not past lives like you think of them. Everything is happening now, and your brain cannot comprehend that because you have stories of history. You have memories, as you call them, of the past. But everything is here and now. Everything is here and now. And this life that you are focused on now is what matters. Because as you awaken fully to the power that is you in this life, right here, right now, you awaken that grander part of you in every life experience. You awaken and you shift everything So as you awaken to the power that is you right here, right now, in this life, right here, as you awaken to greater levels of love, as you awaken to your power, as you awaken to the light, as you awaken to the vibration that is here for you, you awaken all of your lives. You awaken everything. You raise the vibration of the human consciousness. You raise the vibration of humanity. You raise your vibration. You positively contribute to the expansion of awareness and consciousness. You raise the vibration to love. You ignite love. You ignite power. You shine brightly. And as you do that, everything shifts for you. And so as you think about your life experiences, focus in the now. Focus on awakening in this now. And whole new realities will begin to expand in your awareness. You will become aware of so much more that is available to you and that is possible to you. But it's about right here, right now. It's not about some past life, not about some future. It's not about some other things. It is now. It is here. It is where your power is. And so we would like to talk to you about karma because we think you have some misconceptions that we would like to clear up from our perspective about this thing that you call karma. And we would start by telling you that there is not one of you who would choose to come into this life experience if you thought or knew or if the truth was that you were coming into this life experience to be punished for something that you did in the past life. You would never agree to come here, and that is not how it works. There has been misconceptions, there has been misunderstandings, and we would agree that most of these were done with good intention, but in some cases it was done to control another. It was done to have power over another. It was done without understanding the power that you are. And so we would like to explain it a bit differently, but when you choose to come into this life experience, you are remembering in those moments before you come into the body who you are, the power that you are, the power that flows through you. You come forth to bring love, and you do know that you're going to rendezvous with particular people, and that it's going to be very wonderful, and you do have what you would call kindred souls or soul families, but everything and everyone is karmically connected to you. Everyone and everything is. But you didn't come here to suffer at the hands of another because of something that was done in your past. Suffering is merely you forgetting how powerful you are and the truth of who you are and what's available to you at every moment. And when you come into this life experience, you know that nothing is bad or good. You know that every experience serves. It serves your expansion. It serves your remembering. It serves you becoming the greater and greater expressions of love that you are. And you knew that everything wasn't going to be perfect at every moment, but you knew it was possible to reach for something different. You knew that there was a divine plan. You knew that you were part of the divine plan. You knew that you were part of the creators of the divine plan. And so where you have forgotten the truth of who you are, and you have taken on beliefs that do not serve you, we come forth to tell you that what you meant by karma is not the way many of you interpret it. It is not some punishment for some past life. The soul always comes forth for your highest and best good, for your growth, for your expansion. And there is not judgment of what is good or what is bad, but as you awaken more fully to the truth of who you are, you could never harm another. You could never inflict or cause pain on another. You don't have the desire to control another when you remember the truth of who you are. And so the suffering that happens in your human experience, the hurts, the all of these things, it goes away when you awaken to the truth of who you are, when you allow the light and the love that you are to flow through you effortlessly in each moment. When you know your power, you do not need to control another because you know the power that is you, and you know that it's available to everyone. When you are awakened to the truth of who you are, there is only love. You can only see the love of another. You can only feel the love and the light and the vibration of who another is. And so you do not wish harm on another. You do not try to control the other. You do not try to choose for the other. And so as you awaken, you realize that the power is in always choosing love. And the fear, it dissipates. It dissipates as you awaken fully to the truth of who you are. You realize that it is not worth it, these fears that you've carried, these stories that you've told, these limitations that you've picked up. They are not worth it. They are not worth your power. They are not worth the love that's available to you in every moment. And we understand you have stories. We understand that you have memories of your life experiences, but the memories are strong because you have practiced them. And many times we understand that the emotional intensity of things that have happened in your life experience have caused you to focus more powerfully on these memories and repeat them time and time again. But you have the power to go back and change them. You have the power to go back and create a new story. You have the power to go back and bring love to those situations. You have the power to go back and release another. You have the power to go back and release yourself. You have the power to go back and heal another. You have the power to go back and heal yourself. But you do it in this now moment. And so if there is anything in your life experience, and so many times you pick things up in your childhoods and you create these very deep memories of things that have happened to you, and we are not trying to convince you that they did not happen to you. We are not trying to convince you that things that happened in your life experience were at times less than love. We are not trying to say that the hurts that have happened, well, you were not justified in feeling them. We just want you to understand that you have the opportunity in this now moment to release and heal anything from your past. But you do so by bringing light to those memories, bringing love to those memories, by releasing, by healing. And so if you are carrying these stories, and when you begin to tell these stories, or you begin to go back into these memories, if they are painful, if they cause you to suffer, then there is an opportunity to shift. There is an opportunity to bring love to those memories. And then you have a choice. Because once you go into these moments and you are aware that this memory has come up, or the story that you have been telling comes up again, in that moment that you are conscious and aware that it has come up, it is your opportunity to shift it. It is your opportunity to shift it, to project love and to project your light and to project your power in those moments. because there is not one of you in the life experiences that you've been in, as we have said, that would ever choose to harm or hurt or cause suffering for another from your place of knowing your power. And so if another has done it to you, it is because they did not know their power. And you did not understand the powerful creator you were. You did not understand the powerful creator you were. And so now that you do, it is time to release. It is time to bring love. Because if you do not, you will carry these forth. You will carry them forth in the mass consciousness. You will carry them forth in your cellular levels. And you can heal them right here, right now. You do not have to be right. Another does not have to be wrong. But through your focused love, it can be released right here and right now. And as you do this, you heal and you release this in every aspect of the totality of who you are. And you release it from the mass conscious. You release it from your being. You release it. And as we have said to you, when you are in the vibration of the truth of who you are, your body naturally heals itself. Your soul naturally heals. And so, if there's anyone in these life experiences with you, whether it's a person that you knew or didn't know very well, or a parent, or a relative, or someone who was your friend, put them in the light. Send them love. Send yourself love. Put yourself in the light. And allow it to be released and healed right here, right now. Do this for your lineages. Do this for your human family. Do this because it's too heavy a burden to carry. Do this because you are worth it. Do this because you are so very deserving of love. Do this because you are so very loved. Do this now because it's important. Release it. Let it go. Give it to the light. Project your love powerfully to heal once and for all. You are your greatest healer. You are. Because these things that you have carried, they have been heavy, they have been burdensome. They have kept you from naturally and easily being the vibration of who you are. So give them to the light. Cast your burdens aside and give them to the light. Envelop them in love so that you may move forward in this now moment lighter, brighter, wiser, freer, happier, more joyful, so that the fun may return, so that the lightheartedness may return, so that the love that you are may flow through you freely from the place of an open heart, because your power flows through your open heart. Your light flows through your open heart. And so, in this now moment, if you and powerfully focus your attention and your awareness on the love that you are flowing freely through your open heart. Feel the power within you. Feel the light that just naturally shines through you. That is your power. That is your power in the world. That is what you came here to do and be and have. Is the power of your light and love flowing through you at all times. Because you knew when you focused that powerful love and light from the most expanded point of your awareness, that you could do anything, that you could be anything, and that you could have anything. And so, if you have given your power away to anyone with your stories, with your memories, with where you have been wronged, where you have thought that karma had some magical power in your life, it is time for you to gracefully restore the power that is you, fully, wholly, and completely to flow through you. It is beyond forgiveness because there is nothing to forgive. There is nothing to forgive. And the most high place of who you are, there is nothing to forgive. There is grace. There is love. There is light. And it is here. And it is here for you now. That is your power. That is the truth of who you are. And so, your life experience is the most important thing for you to restore your power over. It is the most important thing, because if you were to leave your body and you were to return to your place of non-physical, being the expandedness that you have become, you would still be focused here just as much as you are focused here right now. And so there is benefit to these bodies that you have. There is benefit to these lives that you are living. You are the hands and the feet on the street, so to say. You are the bringers of the light. You are the bringers of love. You are the way showers, as we have said. But your jobs here, your missions here are important. Being in a body, in this life experience that you know as you, it matters. It's important. There's not something better going on anywhere else. So focus here. Focus now. Focus on what you really want. Focus powerfully. Focus intently. Focus your light. Focus your love. Stop playing the reruns. Stop letting things run on autopilot. And start being the powerful creators that you are. We know each and every one of you, and we love you, and we come forth to remind you of how easy it is. And we know that you would tell us that this life experience is not always easy, and we understand. We understand, and that's why we say that you are the brave ones that came here and took a body. You are the vessels of love and light in the world. And there is nothing that is more powerful than you when you are focused. There's nothing. Everything is here to support you because you are the ones here in the body, the hands and the feet on the street. And so the grander part of you, as we have said, the more expanded part of you, which we will call your soul or your higher self or your inner being or the God force within you. It is always, always available to you, as we have said, when you are focused. And so the reason that your life experience is not always easy is because you are not always focusing. You're not always in alignment with that. You're not always in vibrational resonance with that. And so when you're in fear, or when you are practicing not enoughness, or you are judging another, or you are believing that some karmic thing outside of you has punished you in some way, of course that would feel awful. Of course that would make your life experience not seem very easy. Of course that would make things seem difficult. But something outside of you is not making it difficult. Karma is not making it difficult. So somebody else's darkness is not making it difficult, although no one else has darkness. There's not some evil forces making it difficult, because there are not evil forces. There is love. And there is where you are not showing up in love, and that is all. And so we understand where you would tell us that this life experience is not always easy, or where you have suffered, or where there has been pain. And we understand. But we come forth to offer you a way through all of that, a way to live your lives without all of that. And it's so much easier than you want to make it at times. It is as easy as focusing in this moment on your power of love and light and focusing it through you. And so when you do go into your life experiences and you do take actions and you do have conversations and you do things in the world, you're doing it from an aligned place, aligned with the grander part of you, aligned to the most powerful part of you, aligned to the love and the light that you are. And so when we say to you, the most important thing is to get in alignment first. The most important thing is to get into flow, into the state of flow. Each and every one of you know what that feels like, because you have been there with us and we have been there with you. And so we know that you know what that state feels like because we have been there with you. We have rendezvoused with you there, so we know that you know what it feels like. And we just want you to get into that state of flow, allowing the power through you, aligned to who you really are, aligned to love before you go out in the world and do these things that you want to do. We are never saying not to take action. We are never saying not to have conversations and go places and do things and be, as you would call them, proactive about your life. We encourage all of that. We are just saying do it from your most powerful place, aligned with the truth of who you are, in the flow, allowing your love and your light to shine through you. That is what true power is. And from there, you have clarity. You have a sense of purpose and meaning. You have a knowingness about you, and it feels good. It feels good. You feel joyful from that place. And then you become a magnet. You become the attractor of all attractors. You become the conductors of light. You become the conductors of the God force in the world. And you don't have to push or force or effort anything when you're in that space. You do not. And the reason that sometimes life feels like an effort or a lot of work is because you're out in the world without your power. You're out in the world without your power. So we would just like for each and every one of you to get back into the flow before you go out amongst the world. And then be aware if there are things that cause you to not be in your flow. And do not judge them. Do not wrestle them to the ground. Do not fight them. Put them in the light. Project your love. That is your power. That is your power. So we love you all so very much, as we have said to you time and time again. We come forth because we know what's possible for you. We come forth because we know how good it feels to you when your vibrations are high, when the flow is effortless, and you are out being the beacons of light that you are in the world. And we want that for you at all times. We want that for you at all times. And so remember what it felt like. Remember how good it feels to allow your power through you. And then remember that there's nothing that's worth that. There's nothing that's worth giving that up. There's nothing that's worth pretending that you don't have that. And you can always go back and project your power in places where you may have forgotten it at the time. Because as we have said, all things are now. And so you have the power to bring your light and love to every situation, because everything is here and now. And that is a wonderful thing. It is a wonderful thing. We would like to talk to you a bit about your situations in your world today. We understand that there is much going on in your political systems in the United States, and so that is why we talk about power today, because it might seem to you that there is others in your life experience who have a great deal of power over you, and they do not, we assure you, they do not have any more power than you let them have. And so it is true that there are two types of power. There is true power. There is the power that you all know as the God force or the universe or source or soul. There is that power. There is the great power. There is the one power. And there is man-made power, which is not power. It is not power. So we understand there appears to be two types, but there is only one that is real. And that is the power that flows through each and every one of you. It is available to each and every one of you in every moment. That is true power. But if you look upon another and you say, they have power over me, or they are controlling me, or they can somehow control my life, they can somehow control my happiness, then you are giving your power to another. But your power, as we have said, is meant for you. And so your governments, your politics have very, very little power over you. We would like to say none, but we understand that part of the reality of your world, you would say, is dictated by your political systems. But that is not true from the way that you think about it. It is only as powerful as you let it be. And so we are not saying to stick your heads in the sand and not be aware of what's going on. We are also not encouraging you to watch your news endlessly and get yourself so out of alignment that you think the world is coming to an end, because we assure you it is not. And no president of the United States could end the world, we assure you. So be aware when you are exposed to this information, when you are exposing yourself. Be aware of your power. Be aware of where you're flowing your power. And where you need to, it is time to take it back. And we are saying to you that although your political systems have very, very, very little power over your life, the choices that you make they have all the power over your life. And there's not one of you that are listening to this that do not want love for everyone. There's not one of you listening that do not want peace and harmony and community and oneness. You all do. You all do. And so you have learned in your life experience that you have to stand up and fight for what you believe. But we would shift that, and we would say, stand up and shine your light. Be your light. Be your power. Be your light. And that has nothing to do with fighting against. It is powerfully projecting and intentionally creating what you do want. And so this time right now, in the United States especially, you are being shown the ultimate smorgasbord of choices. You have all these choices. You can choose fear, you can choose greed, you can choose control, you can choose chaos, you can choose to believe that the end of the world is coming, or that the next 4 years are going to be terrible or wonderful, however you're looking at them. Or you can choose to focus on the things you do want. Oneness, cooperation, love, acceptance, harmony, joy for all beings. You can choose compassion for everyone, because we assure you there is not one person, there's not one human being that came into this life experience to harm another or control another or hurt another. There was not some karmic plan that someone would come forth and wreak havoc on the world and make it miserable for everyone. That is not true. But there are many who have come into this life experience that were not loved and were not nurtured and were not cared for, and that were powerfully influenced to fear, that were powerfully influenced by their environment based on the beliefs of the people in their environment. And they did not know that love was the ultimate power. They did not know what you know. And you do not know what their life experience has been. But what you can know for sure is that the truth of who they are is love. The truth of who they are is love, just like you. And so the judgment of another only returns as judgment of you. The hatred of another only returns more hatred. That is the karma that you speak of. If you put negative energy in the world, the instant manifestation must be negative energy in your life. If you put fear in the world, the instant manifestation must be fear. That is how it works. It's not karma like you think about it, but it is the law of return. But it is not even return because it's here. You cannot be in a loving place and project hatred. So if you're in a loving place, the only thing you project is love. And so the buck stops with you. So you are powerful transmuters, if you want to think about it that way. If there is something in your environment that is not of love, you're the ones that transmute it into love. You're the ones that can transmute it into joy. You're the ones that can transmute it into peace, into compassion. It doesn't matter what the other does. It matters what you do. Because whatever is out there can be transmuted into the love and the compassion and the peace and the joy and the harmony and the oneness and the cooperation that you are seeking. And then it stops with you. So are you going to be spreaders of love? Are you going to be the spreaders of the light? Are you going to be the spreaders of peace and joy? You cannot be pushing against another and be spreading those things. You cannot be emanating love and light and joy and peace if you are judging another or pushing against another. But you can transmute any of the lower energies into love. And then it ends with you. So if there is a fear and you can transmute it to love, then the fear stops with you. You have healed it, you have transcended it, and you have released it in that moment. Unless you keep talking about it, unless you keep speaking about it and giving it power, or you can transmute it in this moment and envelop it with love and light. As we have said to you before, if you think about it, every breath you take, there are particles in those breaths. There is little tiny myopic particles that you can barely see with your human eyes. You don't focus on them much, so you don't see them at all, most of you. But as you breathe these particles in, you breathe them into your body, you breathe them into the universe that is you, and then you breathe them out. And they go out in the world, and they mix with other particles, and they go into the plants, they go into the animals, they go into the children, they go into people halfway around the world. And so ask yourself, these particles of air that are your very life force, they're the things that keep you alive on this planet, is because you have air. So as you're breathing in these air particles, and you are taking them within your own being, within your own bodies, you have an opportunity to envelop every single one of those particles with love. And then when you breathe them out, these particles enveloped with love, they are spreading around the world. And you are bringing love to the plants, to the animals, to the children, and to people all around the world, because you have transmuted those particles to love. It's as easy as that. So think about it. What is in your being? What is in your body? Is it love? Is it fear? Is it joy? Is it peace? Is it kindness? Think about it. Think about what you're spreading with the particles that come from you. Think about what you're giving out to the world. We know there's not one of you that would want it to be anything less than love. We know that you love the plants. We know that you love the animals. We know that you love the children. We know that you love your human family. So envelop the particles that come from you with love. And when you focus intently, You are literally changing those particles to be loving, to bring peace. So how could another ever control you when you're so powerful that with every breath you take, you are spreading love and peace and compassion and oneness? Because there's nothing in your world that cannot live without this air, without these particles. And you can transmute them with your power into love in every moment, with every breath you take. And so we love you all so very much. We are always holding the vibration of the truth of who you are, of the power that is you. We come forth to remind you that you are everything you wish to be. You already are. We come forth to remind you how powerful your focus is, how powerful your focus in this now moment is, to creating the life that you want, to creating the world that you want. And so we love you all so very much. We are with you always. And with that, we are complete.
Wow. Another powerful message from the Council. Thank you, thank you. If you'd like to listen to the replay of this call or any of our past calls, visit our website, thenewearthfamily.com, or Sara's, which is saralandon.com, and they are also on YouTube, so you can visit youtube.com/Sara Landon Life. And this call is also on the replay conference line, only until our next call. So you can call area code 712-775-7039. Only the last digit is different from our call-in number, and use the same access code of 257445#. Please also know that anyone aligned to these calls can join us for free by going to, again, our website, thenewearthfamily.com, where they can join our mailing list there and be notified of these calls and any other future events. And now I'd like to share more about the powerful 3-part workshop and Q&A the Council is teaching. It is on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. until February 15th. All sessions are recorded if you cannot join us live. It is called The Path to Your Highest Ascension, Manifesting the New Earth, and the Great Awakening of Yourself and Humanity. Our humanity, our awakening plays a critical role in the Great Awakening of humanity that is beginning a new stage of evolutionary expansion now. All of this is leading to the manifestation of our new Earth. The Council is sharing the path and process forward. Please join us by registering at saralandon.com/webinars. And I'd also like you to know Sara is offering for a limited time a special price for an hour-long private session with the Council. And she also has some new guided meditations available, which can be purchased by visiting her website. And in closing, let's all hold the vision of who we truly are and what we want our new Earth to be. May we focus and direct our energy and attention within. Let's allow the reflections out there in our world to inspire a burning yearning for inner change. Remember, when we open our sacred hearts, expand our consciousness, and continue to raise our vibrations, we are having a profound effect on anchoring in our new Earth. We are being born into a new octave of our godhood. Thank you for listening to these calls, and I look forward to this communion of kindred spirits again next Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific. Please share these talks with your friends and loved ones for you too are assisting in your purpose to help awaken humanity and bring forth our new earth, which is a time where life flows with ease and grace, and where there is love, peace, joy, harmony, and abundance for all. Remember always to be the way shower, and may your upcoming week be filled with love and gratitude for the many, many miracles in our lives. I love you. Namaste.